all creator teams of Minecraft Championships then got released. Who do I think will win? Let's see. If you guys have any thoughts, please leave them down below. It helps the channel out a lot, and I will be replying to every single one of them. Even if you disagree, I would love to hear your thoughts, and I will be replying to every single one of them. Also, if you do enjoy the video, please like and subscribe for more Minecraft Championships news every single day. All gameplay footage is recorded on Hypixel.net. The first team we'll be discussing is the Red Rabbits, featuring the infamous Dream. Dream performs really well every event. Last week was of course a bit of a dip for him, but having the chemistry with George this time, he will definitely pop a good amount of event coins this time around. George is also a really good player. He gets top 10 in almost every event, and though it may not look like he is really good at the game, when you look at Dream's Manhunt videos, that's just because Dream is extremely good at the game. George is actually like a pretty damn good player. Now, Solidarity and Captain Puffy aren't really the most competitive players and usually get around 30th place. Dream and George are going to be a great team and rack up a lot of coins, but unfortunately, I do not think it will be enough to make their team victorious. Now, onto the Orange Ocelots. Of course, Pizza Hut performs amazingly every single event. On average, he gets the most points per event. He will be huge for his squad. And Smallish Beans, however, isn't the most competitive player and usually doesn't place very well. False Symmetry. False Symmetry is surprisingly a really good player. She gets around 10 to 15th place each event, and I never expected a Hermitcraft player. She gets around 10 to 15th place every event. I never expected a Hermitcraft player, someone who specializes in building or survival, to perform so well in a competitive minigame event, but she really does. And along with Smallish Beans, Cupvan isn't the most competitive player, and generally places around 30th place. So, though Pizza Hut and False Symmetry usually get a lot of coins, I do not think it will be enough to win the event. Now, the Yellow Yaks. Krinios performs really well each event. He practices a lot and he's often in the top 10 of the event. And Kephel is also a very competitive player and gets around top 20 each time. I'm very curious how he'll perform in Sky Battle. Kephel has a lot of experience in Skywars, a very similar game mode. Then King Burn and Michael McChill, again really solid players. They get around top 20 each event. I have a very good feeling about this team. Though they may not have any outstanding players in their squad, they all generally perform very well, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the final duel. And next up, the Lime Llamas. Obviously, Technoblade will be a major help to their team. He's one of the top players in the event, usually earning over a third of their total team coins. He also has a lot of chemistry with Filza as a good friends, which will help them a ton. And Filza is also generally a top contender in the event, usually gets around the top 10, but does have events where he lags a bit. However, being with Techno this time around, I doubt that will happen. And Nihachu. Nihachu has been practicing a lot, but is still like very new to the game and usually doesn't perform very well at all. She has good chemistry with Techno, which may help a bit, but having played the game for only a couple dozen hours, she can only do so well, you know. Erdogan is a very solid player, usually placing himself in the top 20. Also, a very good dodgeball player. If you've watched the last event, he's very good at the game, and that will really be useful if they reach the top 2. Though Nihachu doesn't have a lot of experience with the game, I think Erod, Technoblade and Filza will be able to compensate that and might come out victorious. They also have 3 players that are very dominant in dodgeball, meaning they do not really have to rely on Technoblade per se. Now into the Green Guardians. Quig is of course a very solid competitive player. He does really well every event he plays in and will be huge for his team for sure. And Smajor, the founder of MTC, always does quite well, usually getting top 20 in almost every event. And Shovel's also quite a solid player, but not really very consistent. Sometimes she places worse than in other events, but usually it's a really nice player to have in your team. And lastly, Shadow Lady, quite a good player, usually places, around the top 30. And While Quick and Smajor generally do quite well, I don't think it will be enough to take the trophy. Now sign creepers. Sapnap, who may not look like a top player in Dreams Manon's videos, is actually really good at the game. He often places top 10 and sometimes even top 5. He's actually like a huge player for his squad. And down to Jordan. Jordan is also a very good and consistent player, and also a great teammate to have. And now Kara. Kara is also quite a solid player. She usually places around 20th place. And Sylvie, however, isn't really the best player. She usually places around like 30th place. I think this team will do really well. Definitely a top 5 team. But I'm not confident that they have enough horsepower to get into that final duel. Down to the funniest team of them all. Aqua Ocelots. As we all know, Tommy is very smooth and good with the women. So his interactions with the most popular female streamer will be very interesting. As soon as this team got announced, I immediately started laughing. Anyhow, Tommy is of course a very solid player and is often to be seen in the top 10. Tubbo is also a very good player, usually getting around the top 10 of the tournament. He'll be very resourceful for his team for sure, and he has like good chemistry with Tommy because of the Dream SMP. They play together. Wilbur isn't the greatest player, but he usually does pretty well. He is, however, a great team player, which will be very nice to have. And lastly, Pokimane. Poki hasn't played a lot of Minecraft in her life, and this is her first Minecraft Championships, so I don't think we should expect a lot from her, but I do think having her on the squad will be very entertaining. Though Tommy and Tubbo are very good at the game, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think this team will be able to compete at the top of the event. But, however, I do definitely think this will be one of the most entertaining teams to watch, and I will definitely be going into Tommy's stream, watching his interactions with Pokimane. I think it will be hilarious. Now onto the last creator team, the Blue Bats. As with the most of her team, Hypixel hasn't played MCC. She is, however, actively practicing for the tournament, and as a result of that, will probably do quite well. And Christic Zeus isn't really an active Minecraft player, and it is his first event, so I don't think he'll do extremely well. Gluon also does not play a lot of Minecraft and is a comedian, so while his performance may not be anything outstanding, I do think viewing his stream will be a good experience. And now the last player of the event we'll be discussing, James Turner. He has some experience with MCC, however, he is not the most competitive player. I do really recommend watching his stream because it's very entertaining, but I do not think he will perform exceptionally. I think this team will be really fun to watch, but this will definitely mostly be a team for fun and will not be competing for the golden coins. Now, who do I think will win the event? Lime Llamas. Yeah. I really think Technoblade and Filza will be able to get a great amount of coins this event. With their chemistry and friendship, they will do very well. Also, though Niachu may not have a lot of experience, she is a very good friend of Technoblade and it will contribute a lot. Aaron is also a very nice player to have in your team. Aaron, Techno, and Filza are consistently performing really well, and I doubt any other team can beat them. Also, their team is just perfect for dodgeball, don't you think? If you disagree with me on anything, or have any other thoughts you would like to mention, please leave them down below. I will read every single comment and reply to every single one of them, and it really helps the channel out. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below and subscribe. I will be making news videos on MCC or related subjects every single day. If you're still watching the video, first of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate watching throughout the entire thing. Comment door down below in the comment section so I know you've watched for the entire video, and I will heart your comment. Thank you for watching.